How we doing, everybody? I'm hoping we're live. I'm hoping you can hear me. It's not been great. What is going on? I'll tell you what. There's gremlins. There's gremlins at work here, people. Right. I don't seem to be getting any audio through my laptop. Strange things. Can you all see and hear me? For the minute anyway, at least. No gremlins there, Bob. There certainly is here, I can tell you. What is going on? It's like I'm in a parallel universe. I set the iPad, not the iPad, the MacBook Pro up. All set up nice, plugged it all in, launched OBS, black screen of death. Shut it, opened it up again, black screen of death. Rebooted the computer, black screen of death. I'm now on the laptop that's highly likely to just crash at any minute. So it's not great, but I am here. I am here. How about that? I'll tell you what. So I'm back on the old laptop now at the moment. Not done anything to this, not reinstalled anything or stopped anything. I've literally running as it was. So let's hope that it works. Phew, how are we all doing? I take it you got David's message at the start there. Apparently there's a cyclone down in Australia that's totally wiped David out. Mr. David Tipton down under in Australia. Now let me tell you what David put. He emailed me this morning saying he wouldn't be able to make it onto the stream. Cyclone Alfred, apparently. So got no power. And they haven't had any power or the internet for the last 3 days, and don't know when it'll be back on. Apparently, he travelled in appalling conditions to send me this email this morning. So, David, when you get a chance to watch it back, that's above and beyond, mate. So, what I don't want to do today is get stuck into this radio that David sent me. It is a radio, by the way. And if you heard our to-ins and fro-ins over the past couple of years, David was going to be sending me out a radio at some stage, and it's arrived. So we'll have a look at it, but what I don't want to do is get stuck into it and start working on it when David can't be here, really. It was my intention to go on a little bit earlier and get David in the stream at the same time, which I think is a good idea. So what we'll do is we'll have a look and see what David sent, and we're not going to plug it in. We might whip the back off and have a nosy, but we're not going to work on it today. We're going to leave that till next Sunday if David's back up and running by then. So really sorry to hear that. If anyone else is down that way, then let us know. Martin's having a barbecue today. Hi to Derek Taffman. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. It's a bit later. We've had some really nice weather here today. And I really needed to get the car cleaned and swap the number plates over on it. So literally I came in from doing that about 20 minutes ago. So it's all a bit rush. And then the laptop doesn't work. Now I bought a nice little thingamajigger here to plug into the MacBook so as it would all work and I could have all the cameras on, and just for some reason OBS does not want to work today. So I guess I'm going to have to uninstall it and reinstall it. It's strange because it's saying it didn't shut down properly. Well, it didn't. It did shut down properly. I shut it down properly, and then it said it didn't shut down properly, and it was going to send information to Microsoft. So I don't know what's going on. But at least we got all the cameras today. You know, we got a full complement of cameras. Whether we get to use them is another thing. Chris, hi Chris. Yeah, your messages always seem to come either in the middle of the night, early hours of the morning, or when I'm out playing darts, Chris. So I haven't had a chance to reply to him, mate. Joe's in, Matambly. How are you, Joe? And Nick. Hi, Nick. It's started to cloud over now, but it's been really nice today. Hi, Ricardo, Bob Anderson, Tim's in. Have I missed anybody so far? David Tag. Hi, David. Anthony's in. Malty's in. Loud and clear. Benji's in. There I can see you. Everyone can see and hear me. Simon's World. How you doing, Simon? Not seen you for a while, mate. Glad to see you. And Mike Atlantis. Hi, Mike. It's still sunny in East London. Very nice, Anthony. Whew, yeah, so it certainly was sunny this morning. Rampton, hi to you and Evan. So that's the plan for today. Is to have a look at this radio that David sent over, and have a general chit chat and a little tinker about with whatever I can lay my hands on. Got loads here to do, so we're never short of something to do, that's for sure. Yoda Min, how are you, mate? From Minnesota. Oh, Yoda in Min. So I've got to go and get the box, and the stream has started. You stop that stream. Stream flashed yellow then for some reason. I've got to go and get the box. I've got to go and get a couple beers. But it says that my computer's just ramping up to do something. Let's close that one. That should save a bit of resources. Close that all together. But that's knocked my chat off now, which one of the things with OBS is the chat came in at the same time, didn't it? So now I've deleted your chat. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all good. It's all good. Now, maybe this mic is going on the desktop now. Okay, so I'm on the Mac webcam. What I need to do is pop the Blackmagic device on. It should be on, but I can't see it. Sound is back. This is bonkers. I don't know what is going on with this. So I'm back on the Mac. On OBS. The laptop's still running in the background. I think it's still trying to connect. I don't know what the laptop's doing. The other laptop's a pain in the backside. Oh, what a game. So I'm back on the Mac. There was a problem with OBS, but I managed to find what the issue was, cleared it, and it seems to be working now. But for some reason I can't get that to work. It seems that my my main camera has crashed. And my Logitech's not plugged in. Let's plug that one in, and then at least we got another camera, hopefully. Keep trying to use the mouse because it won't work with this one. It may be that I'll need to just restart this just to get the other cameras working, but at least I've got something. I'm here. I can see my chat. Thank you very much for the super chat, Rob. Jerry Conway's in. Hi, Jerry. Loads of people popped in when I was struggling like mad there. You could just sit and talk to me for the afternoon if you want. I mean, don't bother me. Now, I've run the RAM checks on this computer and it seems to be checking out okay. So not really sure. And Bill Alpert's in. Hi Bill, welcome mate. Pie Man as well. Million Chip. Wenlock's in. Hi Wenlock. So yeah, got a few that dropped in as I was having some issues there. So hopefully you're all stuck with it and you're still here. Rampton. Yeah, it's sort of running. The problem is I've connected these computers to it while it's still live, so it won't pick them up until I restart. So I don't know whether I've got to restart this or restart the laptop, but once I've restarted it should. Yes, Chris, I did say just now, mate. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I should be looking at this one. You keep messaging me in the early hours of the morning, Chris, or while I'm out of darts, so unfortunately I keep missing your messages. And then I go to work the next day and I can't message you when I'm in work, so all good. Of course we're still good. You haven't been there for years, Bob. Oh dear. Well, so I think that's the plan, because at the moment I can't see my main camera in this software and I can't see the webcam in this software, which means that neither of those are properly connected. Yeah, so I need to probably stop streaming. Yes, I did, Robert. It did say thank you. It did come through, mate. That was because you had your thing about the faulty RAM. As I said, I have tested the RAM. So let me exit out of this a minute. I'm going to restart the MacBook, which doesn't take long on a Mac. Unlike the PC, the Mac restarts really quick. I'll jump back into OBS. Hopefully we have the cameras now. I can plug in more cameras, but I don't know that I want to risk it, because I don't want to overload this one and then we have the problems with this one crashing out. This one has worked fine last week. So bear with me, 2 minutes, let me restart, and I will crack on. I'll be back. We seem to have Patreon credits going, but the mic is working. Let me see if I can now turn on the Blackmagic device. Yes. But I don't know that the mic's working off of the Blackmagic device, but I think... Yes, the camera's working. Yeah, okay. And a Logitech. That one's working. Bro. Excellent. So I think the microphone... Yeah, the microphone I'm using is actually built into the MacBook, so I'm not sure where the microphone's gone for the main camera, but we have got things. We have got things. Look, here we go. Wow. I've got an echo now. Is the echo still there, or has the echo gone? Because I don't really know why I haven't got the microphone that's attached to the Blackmagic, which is my capture card for the main camera. Ah, no, I am connected. Strange. Echo gone when I switched. Oh, okay. So I suspect the echo comes back on when I cut to the main camera, does it? Okay, right. Yes. Now we got some. Now we got the audio. Audio is back. So if I put my Mac webcam on now and stick that across, I've still got the audio. Yes. Oh, it's working. Right. We're back in business, people. We are back in business. Slightly different setup. As I say, I could try plugging that one in. Maybe near the end we'll risk it for a biscuit. I don't know. Whew, wow. 5x5. Thank you, Jerry. I feel like a 1x1, really. So again, I'm really not sure even where this camera is. It looks like it's got a fingerprint smear right over the top of it. So maybe we'll give the camera a little wipe. I keep trying to use the mouse. Let me put that mouse down there out of the way, because that's absolutely nothing to do with the Mac, because the mouse for the Mac is downstairs. So let me just give that a little bit of a wipe. It looks like we've still got the microphone. You gave me a tip, Tim, did you? What tip was that? Give up? Was the tip stop streaming and go and have a sleep? Or go and fetch 10 beers and get bladdered? It does work. Oh, a tip as in £5. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Tim. It potentially is there. Let's just have a quick look. I mean, it should tell me on this thing here, this ground control to Major Tom. Yes, I did get that, Tim. So thank you very much, mate. Always deadhead your dahlias. Wipe lens and close up. Yeah, it's ramping up now. It's ramping up now. So I'm just going to pop you on that camera for a minute so you can have a look at all the junk in here, and I'm going to go down and get the box and a couple beers because I need one now. I actually need one. And hopefully the microphone still works. Yes, it does. Right. Whoa. This parcel looks rather large. Now, allegedly, I can drink these beers because they are skinny beers. How about that? What's the matter, Coco? You've been out for walkies, have you? You overheated a bit? Right. Now, can I carry the beer and the parcel? No, I can't. So I'm going to have to do 2 trips up the stairs. So that's me knackered again. Well, at least restarting the computer brought the other cameras in anyway. So I got my beer sorted. Skinny, just like me. Skinny beer. Let's get that microphone out, because unfortunately, although the Yeti is very good, it don't work with a poorly laptop. Let's go and get the parcel. Let's go and get the parcel. So thanks for your patience sticking with me, for those that are still here. Hopefully you haven't lost too many by the wayside. There she blows. Oh, so I've got to thank David for sending this all the way over. Let's remove any anything with addresses on. Lovely Australian memorabilia that I'm cutting off, look. There we go. So say, I've not opened this. I said to David I'd open it in the stream. Let's get the other camera fired up then. Let's have a look what comes out the top of it. Ah, I didn't get the blimmin' thing then. Skinny finger, yeah. So somehow now I worked out the other day where I could stick myself in the corner, didn't I? I think it was this one, so I had to make myself tiny. How did that work then? Apart from I'm so big now, so big, let me get off. Is that going to shut me down a bit? Yeah, there we are. Oh, got there in the end. So stressful. So stressful, right. Skinny. Skinny lager. 89 calories, look. No, I'm not sponsored by them, unfortunately. I should be. So I'm on a low carb diet, and apparently this has got 3 grams of carbs per bottle. So it is compatible. I just need to find my opener. Don't tell me I lost my opener as well. In all the panic, in all the madness. I got about 55 million Weira openers here somewhere, and I can't find any of them. Look. I don't. Well, I can find one because I can see it down here, but it's whether I can reach it over the top of the stream deck. Yes, I can. Oh. Hey, 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 hey. Right. Ooh, hello. What was that noise? It went boop boop. Ah, Rob's caps. That's what the noise was. Binning Rob out again. Cheers, everybody. Anyway. Rob the cap machine. No sound here, he says. Well, that's because you're shouting and it bins you off. No sound when I switched camera, but it is working now, is it? According to this, it is working. Looking at my desktop here, we are all good, audio and camera edge. Although it's a little tiny sort of postage stamp camera. But I thought I did zoom myself in, but maybe I didn't. Yeah. I think it's just when I was messing about with the cameras, it messed up. Right, shall we have a look, see what's in this box? Now I've got to be careful I don't knock this nice beer over. My skinny lager. Anyway, cheers. Your picture-in-picture camera has no audio. Yeah, I muted that one, that's why. Because I'm using the main microphone now. Right, let's have a little look, see what young David has sent me over. Or up. All the way from Wenlock's area. I take it Wenlock, is he on caps again? Yeah, he's on caps again. He's on caps again. He's apologising for using caps, but he's using caps while apologising to use caps. Oh my. Oh, David's really done a job on this. Hey, what's this? Have I got a picture? Has David drawn me a picture? Is it just a bit of packing? I don't know. It looks like a cafe scene of some description. I don't know. It's sort of hardback. I think he's just used that as a bit of packing. I don't know. What do I do? Do I put this on the wall? Do I put it on the wall? What do you think? Well, we've got some paper there. It feels like there's something in it. I know that's a label. Yeah, that's just a label. We've got a bit of paper. Oh, we've got an envelope. Ooh, information. We love a bit of information. Now, I think what David said to me prior to sending this over is it's a bit of an unusual radio, this. So let's see if I can be baffled by it. Hang on, what's got here? Oh, hang on, that's a power cord by the looks of it. And another box. I'll cover that label up in case it's got some David's address on it, which it has. That's good. I'm sinking fast under boxes. So, I don't know if it opens up that way or the other way. I think it opens up. Well, I don't know because it says up that way. So maybe I've got to, if it's up that way, then I've got to open it like that. Oh, my chat's disappeared now. It's just my chat has disappeared. It might come back in a minute. You never know. Apparently you've got to go up to tools and docs, hit chat, chat again. It might come back, but it hasn't. Okay, let's close the dockable window. There we go, chat is back. Yeah, well, you need to reboot your computer, Rob, or just use your phone. You can join the chat on your phone, surely you know that. Just log in on your phone. I don't know what's going on with him. There's all sorts of things living in this. There's a wire living in it. There's a spider's legs hanging out. There's no live animals in this, is there? Another box on the floor. Still got my information. David's done a good job on packing this up. Oh, that looks like that is the right way up there now. Okay. There's more packaging. Are you ready? Are you ready for the big reveal? Van Goghs? Cafe? Have I got an original Van Gogh that David sent me? Has he sent me an original Van Gogh here? Is that what the situation is? Drum roll. Ernest is ready. Drum roll. It's the big reveal. Let's come in close. It's coming close and ready. It's coming, Bill. Don't worry, Bill. Ta-da! What have we got here? What is this? Got some crunchy bits there. What's that then? Is that bits of case, bits of ferrite? We've got some genuine. Yeah, there's lots of bits of something broken on the bench. Don't know what it is. Ow. Not sure where that's come from. Doesn't look, it looks a little beauty actually. Anybody seen one of those before? Now, I believe David said this was from New Zealand, not from his neck of the woods. Let me just get rid of my camera for a second. No, why didn't that work then? Let's come off of studio mode and let's just unclick my camera. So it looks like there's like a little label there. All round sound, bass treble control at back of cabinet, volume on off. Is that just like a temporary cover that slips over and it says something like something O'Branner? Let's have a look at the information. Let's have a look at the information. Let's have a look at the information from the main man. Oh, hang on. We've got something here. Oh, what's this? It looks like I've got another one of those. Ooh. Someone reprinted that very cleverly. Wow. Let me get the David's information out. Make sure it doesn't drop anything. So I've got a service manual, which is brilliant stuff. And according to the service manual, it's broadcast receiver type 5152. Oh, I was hoping that would stand up there, but where? Collier and Beale Limited, Wellington. So this is some David's information. Let's have a look what he's written down here. It's a New Zealand Gulbransen 5 model 5152 from 1952. Manufactured by Collier and Beale Limited in Wellington, New Zealand. So the Gulbransen brand, Gulbransen, is that how you pronounce it? Was distributed by H.W. Clark in New Zealand. So he picked this radio up when he was in Sydney a couple of years ago. So David thinks it's probably been brought over by an expat from New Zealand. David made, and yeah, you made that, David? How on earth has he made that? So David's actually made that. That chap is a clever man, isn't he? Look at that. How has he made that? Wow. So find enclosed a circuit diagram for the 5152 from the New Zealand Vintage Radio Society website. They warn the plastic case is easily broken, especially the slats on the back. I hope you have fun with this one. Regards, David. Well, thank you very much, David. I'm sure I am going to have fun with this. I wonder, does it use some fancy valves? They sound sort of Mazda-y. 6X4, 6AQ5. Let's get this in the shot so you can have a look. Can you see that? If I get my ugly mug out of the shot, you'll be able to see that. Camera might be blowing it out a bit, but shouldn't have moved it. It was so good where it was, really. Yeah. I'll leave that for you to peruse. Now, I don't think I've got any broken slats on the back or the sides. So those bits might just be dried up rubber stuff from inside. I don't know. Oh, no, but I've got to be really careful with that bit of plastic that David's done. That needs to go in something. I'm going to put that back in the envelope, I think. Safe. together with David's note. Yeah, I don't know, but it's quite thick plastic, and it's got proper gold writing on it. It's not like if you know what I mean, the sort of stuff you can get in a Sharpie pen. It's proper gold paint somehow. I don't know how he's done that, but I'm sure when he can join us, he'll be able to let us know how he's managed that. So you think it's an All-American 5, do you? So yeah, it does look like it's got a transformer, doesn't it? Down there. Where are we? So yeah, we've got a transformer. I take it this is a rectifier valve by the looks of it. It's got diodes in it. This must be the output valve, 6AQ5. Yeah, so the AF detector is 6AV6, this one. That's the detector. The IF is 6BA6 bag. I thought they said 6BAG, 6BA6 is the IF, and the converter 6BE6. I don't know whether we've got a wire antenna here. Maybe one of these pieces is the wire antenna. Dial stringing. We don't want to do any dial stringing, do we? We don't want to do any dial stringing for this. Base compensation has been achieved by the combination of values chosen for the plate feed circuit of the 6AV6 stage. So we've got dial stringing information there. We don't want that, do we? I hope we don't want that. And what's the other page there? Is that just a different diagram? It looks the same to me, a slightly different diagram. Interim data. That's dated 1952, that, as you can see from there. It's exactly the same diagram, pretty much. Just drawn slightly differently, that's all. Pilot lamps. Yeah, nice. And this is the alignment instructions, so that's pretty much it. So we're going to need to be really careful with this so we don't break anything on it, because it is it Bakelite? Is it plastic? I don't know. And this is the bit that David has very kindly managed to recreate. As you can see, that's got really old. Thank you, Rob. That's all right, mate. Ivan, how are you? Gulbransen. Might benefit from one of those medium wave broadcast band transmitters. Yeah, I expect it will. Now, how are we going to do this without damaging this? If I put it on my rubber mat thing here, it's going to help cushion it a bit. So I was going to see if I can whip the chassis out. Got to be really careful with stuff like this though, because you just don't know what the decals and that are like on it. Wow. How does this come apart? We've got some good old New Zealand dust in here and some insects have lived in here by the looks of it. Hopefully nothing's live in there still. No internal part should be touched until the set has been disconnected from the supply by the withdrawal of the plug or adapter from the wall socket. Let's get a screwdriver and start undoing things and see what happens. I think maybe the chassis pulls it out of the case like that. There's nothing. I suspect we've got to take those knobs off. I just don't know. I don't know. Are they on these? I think maybe they pop off. Yeah. Oh well, let's just carry on undoing screws. I just thought I'd have a detour and take the knobs off for the sheer hell of it, I think. Just because I like taking the knobs off. There's a post office license on the bottom here as well. That's interesting, isn't it? Have anybody seen that before? Arts. It looks like Arts and P. Number 5. This instrument was manufactured, something or other, license granted by Australian Radio Technical Services and Patents Company. Hell. So that's its license number there. We mustn't remove that. I'm assuming we've got to slide the case off of this. There's dust escaping. There's dust escaping. We've got some dust situations going on here. Dear. So we've got another valve location chart in here, model 5152. Just an hour. Now, has this been had something done? It looks like there's been work done on it. How does the chassis come out then? Does it just... It's almost like this plate's got to sort of come off to enable us to get the chassis out, but I'm not sure exactly how that's going to happen. Can I angle it off of it, maybe? No. Maybe there is animals living here. Oh my! Oh God. Dear, oh dear! There's animals living inside here. Look. Can you see these little cocoons? Got 3 of them there. Let's put that to one side because I'm going to need to probably take that outside and give it a bit of a brush off, just to get rid of the New Zealand animals. And if we lift it up on the bench, look at this. Whoa! God. We need a Hoover. We need a Hoover. Don't we just need a Hoover? David did say watch out for the New Zealand dust. I've got insects and dust. I've got it all. So I'll make sure there's nothing, no bits of paper or anything in it, no labels, anything like that. Right, let's get the Hoover and give it a quick dust off a minute. This thing's living in here. So you can have a look at the top side of the chassis while I go and get the necessary equipment to hoover that off. Now if you can all have a look to see what's wrong with it and let me know, that'd be great. Ooh. Let me go and get the Hoover. let's see if I get that one there. So fluffy, I know. Russie, how you doing, mate? Right. Let's use the big brush. Oh, apologies for the noise. Look at all that lot in there. Hopefully it's not asbestos, we'll be alright. Let's get a different angle on it in a minute so I can see it a bit better. Whoa. I think that'll do for a minute. Get a smaller brush maybe. Mrs. Cruncher, I think it's Christmas again. I'm starting the live stream, so having a clean up look. Have we got an underneath here or anything? wow. That's a bit more habitable. Let's put that strange thing down before I get too excited with it. Let's have another look. Oh dear. Put the screws in the little baggie there. And a bit of plastic. That looks a bit healthier, doesn't it? Looks like Telefunken valves. That's Telefunken. That one's made in Australia. Be careful because I don't want to knock the writing off of these by handling them too much. Yeah, they seem pretty tight in their little carriers. This all seems a little bit, I think this is what those, yeah, it looks like there was some sort of rubber grommets in this. That's what's fallen to pieces in this dial, because in underneath there I can see a bit stuck to the bottom there. So that is a deceased grommet by the looks of it, of some description, that this tuning gang, it looks like there should be a rubber, some sort of rubber stop in here. So that might be an issue. That might be something we're going to have to try and figure out. Because it looks like they're just pushed through and bent over. So it looks like a dial cord's going to have to come out, because I assume that they've got to be isolated from that. Don't know though, is this ground anyway? But yeah, that's definitely an issue. That tuning gang needs some rubber supports somehow. Interesting. Hunt's mode seals, maybe. Maybe, Bill. Let's pop this chassis back up and have a look. There's definitely a Hunt's, yes. Oh, there is lots of them. Oh no. There's another insect in there, cocooning. Hopefully that one's long gone. So yeah, we've got Hunts there, a big old one. And then we've got lots of little Hunts down here. 0.01s by the looks of it. Strange enough, they don't actually look broken into pieces, which is unusual. So we've got two little Hunts down there, a large one up here. We got a Ducon, 25 microfarad, 25 working volts there. Cap seal capacitor. I don't know if that is some sort of shielding on there as well. I Don't think that's an electrolytic, but it might be, I suppose. Got another cocooning insect here. Hopefully they've all gone and I'm not going to be a massive, great flesh-eating spider jumps out and kills me. That trimmer looks very new there. Very shiny, unless it's just survived the time very well. That's a Hunt's. Old style resistors. Nice. So it looks like this is on, off and volume. Yeah, interesting. So speaker looks intact. Coil's not rubbing by the sound of it. Great. So what we will need to try and do is identify that grid capacitor, if there is such a thing on this. Where's the signal coming in then? And this is laid out different to our circuits. So I mean, this is the grid here. One of the grids, there's another grid in here. Are we looking at this cap up here? Are we looking at this one? Is the one that we've got to check? I suppose we've got to check the voice coil or output transformer. Says this cap down here is bass boost, but I assume that this is the blocking cap here, isn't it? I really don't know what this 8-10 is here. I don't know what that is. Apologies if the light's a bit weird. It's because I've got this fluorescent here, I expect. If I take that away, it'll stop doing that. Ken, how are you, mate? GP Jetta? I'm going to have to restring it, Bill, yeah, by the looks of it. I need to find some square rubber grommets, mate. Any idea where I can get some square grommets? Or rectangular grommets? So yeah, I think probably this one is the one I've got to change, 0.01. Now it looks like there's someone's drawn in 250s in there. I assume that that is a capacitor. It's a weird way of drawing it if it is. Let's just get the other diagram a minute. Can't see what someone's written there. Oh, original. No, I'm not sure what's been written there. So it looks like this is our filter caps here, either side of R10. There's no layout for this though. There's got to be that big one there, isn't it? It's got to be that one there. Yeah, it's got two 50s and a 10 in it, all rated at 250 volts. So maybe we'll have to, well, we'll have to go David Tipton style and restuff that. Surely, I'm going to have another skinny now. I'm going to have another skinny. Cheers, everybody. Let's stick my ugly mug back up in the corner because I know you like to see me. Hey, I'm still here. I'm a bit lightheaded now. How is that skinny? Well, apparently it's very low carb. It's gluten-free. So it's gluten-free, full flavour. 35% fewer calories than other premium lagers. It looks like it's made, well, hang on, it's got produced in the UK, it says, skinnybrands.com. Yeah, carbohydrate per bottle is 3 grams. So very low carbs. Which means I can drink it in moderation because I am on a low carb diet. Right, how are we doing for time? quarter to 6. I did say to Mrs. Cruncher I'll be finished up for about 6, so. Today, as I say, brief overview, quick look at anything that needs doing to this. I'm not going to start testing anything yet, but we're going to have to do something about that there. I'm really not sure how that's supposed to be connected, so I might have to see if I can find any pictures of this, but I'm going to have to take it off. To take the dog string off somehow. Happy days to get that isolated. Yeah. I might have to get some fibre washers or something as well with that. That's going to be a bit of a head scratcher, that one. I'm sure I can work something out though. Got to check the output transformer. And do that capacitor, have a look at the caps in there, and then maybe we can fire it up next week, next Sunday. Bizarre, yeah. Ordinary beer's got a lot of gluten, is it? Bizarre, I don't know. Dave Rhodes, how you doing, mate? My thoughts on it, yeah, it's all right. It's not a bad beer, that. It's better than alcohol-free beer, I can tell you that. Alcohol-free Guinness Zero that is very good. That is very good, Guinness Zero. But yeah, that's better than your normal ones. Yeah, we're not going to power it up this week, Rob. We're going to wait for David. Hopefully he'll be out of the danger zone next week, and we can come on a little bit earlier, because I think the time difference between us and Australia is quite a lot at the moment. I'm trying to think whereabouts David is. David is in Mount Cotton, wherever that is. So I'm not sure what the time is in Mount Cotton. Yeah. That did get to me pretty quick. So I must get that other radio off to David to have a look at, the one that we had to play with over the Christmas period that Jeff kindly sent in. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, we have five evolves. There's a couple Radiocruncher. Radiocruncher, is that an Australian brand? It says made in Australia. I'm just trying to see if I can get one out without damaging it. No, I might need a squirt of something on that to free them up a little bit. But that's definitely Telefunken, made in Germany. That one. That's made in Australia. That one's made in Australia. This one is a 6AQ5. Again, very, very tight. So I don't want to start pulling them about too much. I'm assuming that I can get equivalents for these here anyway. Sure I can. It's actually got New Zealand stamped on it there. That it's got some, it looks like CB New Zealand. Type 5152. Serial number 11202A. Oh no. The serial numbers there is 5902A. And this has got to be the antenna here on this coil, it must be. So one side is ground and the other side is the antenna winding. I don't think there's a coil inside anywhere. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, there you are. Looks like we've got, is that an on-off switch there? Feels plastic anyway. Yeah, so it looks like there's an on-off switch down in that corner there. Just in underneath there, that. And then we've got an Aussie plug, I think, is it? Is it? What an unusual plug. £10 250 volt. Good stuff. Yeah, nice looking radio that. That's if we can get that going, I can stick that up on my bedside table, I think. Well, not bedside table, on my chest of drawers in the bedroom. Oh, that's the tone control, is it? The bass treble switch. Right. Your mum's buried in Queensland, Ernest, is she? So it's 3:47 AM in Queensland. So I was thinking maybe next week coming on live at 12 o'clock midday here. What would the time be over there then? Would that be about 10 o'clock at night? All right, Gavin. End of the, yeah. There's all sorts of stuff here saying on the radio that something's being turned off soon. I think it's one of the electric meters. Something to do with your electric meter. 73 years ago this week, Ernest. $220 volts from down under, is it? Brisbane is 10 hours in front. I shall have to converse with David and see what would be a good time with him. It might be we do a morning stream even. Because I would like to get David involved, being that he sent this out to me. Tell us a bit more about it. Talk me through what to test, etc, etc. Tell me what these animals are that are cocooned in the case. Hopefully they've fled the nest and they're not going to hatch out overnight and come and eat me while I'm asleep. Midday would be 10 PM there. Right, okay. Unless we go on, well, what do we say? It's 4 AM in the morning there now, and it's 6 here. I can't do a late one because I got work in the morning. So early would be better. Yes. It's going to be interesting having to play with this. It's similar to radios I've worked with, I suppose, but it's nice. It's got a transformer on it, so it's not a live chassis. I'd like to have a go at restuffing the cap. I'm going to have to rebuild this somehow. Answers on a postcard for that. And we've got a waxy in underneath there. So there's waxies to take out. There's all sorts of things to do with it. How far do we go? Do we go mental on this radio and totally restore it? Do we just get it going, clean it up and stick it on the side? Or do we go mad and redo the chassis and polish it all up and polish all the covers and repaint the transformer, repaint the speaker, obviously the case, gotta be very careful with that. I think that'll polish up okay. It's going to be difficult to get into some of the more intricate bits sort of here. That's going to be very difficult to polish. Got to be really careful with these slats. This sort of seems like it should have some sort of buffer on, because I would have thought that's going to vibrate a bit, isn't it? So it's almost like that should have a bit of a rubber mount in there, perhaps. Yeah, that's just held in by lots of clips and stuff, so I really don't want to touch that because I risk breaking the Bakelite. But yeah, there is some suspect animals nesting in here, as you can see. There's one there, there's one up in that corner, there's another one over here. So that I'm going to go outside and get a shot of those. I gotta assume that they're long gone, but you never know. Could be a little larvae in there, couldn't there? Could be a foreign animal that's got through. Yeah, no, a really nice, tidy little radio, that. We'll have to see if we can somehow recreate this transfer on the front as well. I'll have to see if I can find a copy of that. If I can, then I should be able to recreate that. Yeah, it does seem like there might have been something there in the past. A bit of rubber mounting or something. There's definitely something jammed in there. So maybe there was a bit of rubber in there in the past. Anyway, lovely little radio, and we've got to thank David for sending that in. If anyone's got a copy of that little label, you'll have to let me know to see if we can recreate it somehow. I daren't touch this scale on the back because that will just disintegrate. It's looking absolutely mint inside, so it's just a case of cleaning the glass. And as I said, don't really want to take that out because it's all held in with spring clips, and I've only got to bend one a bit funny and it'll break the Bakelite. So no, unfortunately that's going to have to stay in there, so I have to clean it in situ. But I think it might have a nice pattern on the top once it's cleaned up. You expect those eggs are long dead? Good. You need a faceplate for your R707. Yes, I do have a spare faceplate, Chris. Is that not the R707 I did for you, is it? Or didn't I do an R707 for you? I can't remember, Chris. Or did you get one from someone else? A brunch stream. Well, I'm going to attempt to finish the stream then. I hope you've enjoyed that today. Apologies for the cock-ups earlier. I mean, what a nightmare that was. What a nightmare that was. That was a bit of a nightmare, wasn't it? So I don't know why it's doing that. That's just down to my setup. Apologies for that. So what I was trying to say is if I switch that camera, it still stays on for some reason because the other camera's underneath. Maybe that's what I've got to do. Jeff, how you doing, mate? Yeah, return the dust to David. I will. I'll get a little baggie. I'll empty the vacuum out. He might have some dog hairs in it. 3 and 4 pence. So yeah, what I was going to say is at the end of the stream, I'm going to just try and reconnect some of these other cameras just to see if they work. So if you want to hang around, then by all means do. But I'll roll the credits and say goodbye. And hopefully next week we'll get it right. Fingers crossed. Right, that one there. Let's mute that. So I should be back on my microphone now. So I'm just going to plug it in the main camera and see if I can add that in. Let's stick me up on it here, I suppose. Can I still? Yeah, audio still works on that. Yeah, so I'm just going to see if I can add my other camera back in while I'm here. So Blackmagic capture card device. Is it a capture card device? Video capture device. Video capture device. So the device should be a Camlink 4K. Oh. Let's have a look. So now I'm on the main camera. Oh, yes, we're in. Wow, there you are. I assume some of you have gone now, some may be still here, but let me just rename that. Then we can use it for next week, can't we? So that's the Nikon D500, I think it is. Yeah. Oh, so I have got that camera back. The only other thing that I could do is the microscope, maybe. Let's see if we can add the microscope in. See how much this thing will take. Will she take it? Video capture device. Let's call it microscope. It could kill my poor thing, couldn't it? HY 6100. No, is that? Looks like it might be able to work that one as well. Yeah, that looks to be working. Let's just cut that in. So we're just looking inside the radio that David sent. That appears to be working as well. Our frame rate's dropped, has it? Yeah, it says I'm doing 30 about 30 frames a second with that camera. So let's see if I go to this camera and pop that one across. Yeah, I think that's gone up to 42 frames a second now. 46 is ramping up by the looks of it. 48 frames a second, 47, 49. That was coming up. CPU use 55%. It might be that that microscope is only working at 30 frames a second anyway. Yeah, it doesn't let me adjust it. Let's have a look at this one. I'm not sure what this one's working at. Frame rate. Went slideshow. This one's coming up to, this was hovering around 40 frames per second. If I just turn off the other one as well. So this is my normal camera that I use on the other computer. So it looks like it's capable of running it all. I mean, if I put all of the things on, let's see if it kills it. So I've now got all of the cameras linked up. So it's going down to 27, 28 frames a second. What's going on with that? Shush. We don't want that. We don't want that. I don't know what was that about that. Anyway, that's the right thing to do. Stick that back down. just the main camera on. That one seems to be managing around 50 frames a second. Yeah, the main camera seems to be handling it with a capture card, but the stuff running directly off the computer is struggling a little bit. But I don't think it's struggling enough to crash it out, if you know what I mean. So for some reason I've got to have that on in the background for the microphone still to work. That's a bit quirky, that is. So I've got to have the main camera enabled, because that carries the audio feed. I've got to have that one enabled in order to be able to get audio through on the other cameras. It's a bit weird. I've got to overlay one camera on top of the other, which is ramping the speed down a bit, but it's not dropped any frames. The stream's running at a pretty good rate, 2,000, around about 2,500 kilobytes a second. So yeah, I think it would be good. I think it would be good to run pretty much everything off of this one if I need it, and then just unplug it if I don't need it, I suppose. I can't remember off the top of me, Anthony. Let me see if I can find out. It's in the about here somewhere. About this Mac. So this has got a 2.3 gig quad core Intel Core i5. It's a 2018. It's got Intel Iris Plus graphics, 8 GB GB 2133 meg DDR3 memory in it. Is that any good to you? Yeah, I have only got two things plugged into the hub though, bizarre, because that's the only way at the moment that I can convert from. My image is stuttering, is it? Okay. A stuttering image. Need a self-powered USB hub. Yeah. I mean, at the moment I'm running this camera off of the hub, and the microscope camera is running off of the hub. What I also wanted to do was try and run the Stream Deck off of it. Let me plug the Stream Deck into it and see what that does. That might totally kill it. It hasn't affected the frame rate. I'm not sure how to set the Stream Deck up on OBS. I would need to have a look at that to work that out. I'm going to have to watch some videos on how to set the Stream Deck up for OBS. But I'm sure I can do it anyway. Could do with a bit more memory. Is there any slots free in this? So, Anthony, I really don't know. $8 gig. You probably could do with some more memory, couldn't it? If I click on more info. Don't want ground control. Main info, so memory. It's asking me to upgrade to the latest software as well. I'm on Sonoma at the moment, but it's asking me to upgrade to another one. Yeah, so this the thing is, this MacBook is not as powerful as the laptop. Anyway, people, that is it for now. I'm going to shoot. I've proved that I can get it all working if we need it, so I've got to work out how the Stream Deck works in conjunction with OBS. I'm sure it does. And I'll see you next week. So cheers everybody, and that's me gone now. I won't play the intro again. And